Good morning, and thanks so very much for coming to the presentation today on the Amish Craftsman Guild 2. My name is Laura, and I'll be presenting today. I happen to be the founder and also the person who is really kind of trying to bring out a whole new line called butterflies. Today, what we're going to do in the 15 minutes is just try to give you a brief overview of how the process started, our history, the roots, and kind of where we're headed. So, and as we go along, feel free to ask any questions. Thanks again. There is some information on your seat, so feel free to pick it up, take a look at it, browse it, and again, ask me questions. So let's go ahead and get started. The company name is the Amish Craftsman Guild 2, and it's called Amish Craftsman Guild 2 because it truly is crafted by Amish crafters. It started about 15 years ago. We started using wood in the products that we sold. About 12 years ago, we got into the poly lumber. And I do work with them on the designs, and so here we go. A lot of people find it really hard to believe that Amish use plastic. It's true. And I'll give you a history on how that started in just a few minutes here. Our roots are within the Amish community in Pennsylvania. Okay. We grew up, my family still lives there. We've lived there for generations. My grandparents used to interact with them. They were their neighbors as well. So it's kind of been an ongoing generational thing that we've worked with the Amish. These are just a few pictures of where it's made, where we grew up. Just kind of gives you a sense of the roots where this all started and where it still is manufactured. I shouldn't say manufactured, it's where it's crafted today, handcrafted by individual crafters and their families. This happens to be Moses' workshop. The day that we were there to film, we just happened to be there on a rainy day and caught that shot. They were off to a funeral. Two sisters had died, so unfortunately, you're going to see one shot of him from a side shot that was taken later on. We started selling traditional Amish furniture about 15 years ago. You can see it's wood. That was oak and hickory. This is one of the workshops. This happens to be the workshop where the very first poly lumber rocking chair was made. I want you to take a look at the tools that they use. I'm going to show you the diesel line drive. I'm going to show you where the piece is going to be steamed that are going to take the shape. About 5 years into the process, the selling of the wooden furniture, our main crafter developed a sensitivity to the polyurethanes that he was using. His sister-in-law wrote me a letter and said, and I had also been working in the holistic health field at the time, so she wrote me a letter and she said, what do we do? He's getting headaches, he's getting nausea, he's getting severe depression. So we said, I talked with my brother as well. I'll tell you more about my brother here and his role in this process. He worked in the health field for a number of years as well. And we said, number one, he needs to see a physician, but number two, when we walk into his shop, we walk in, takes our breath away, our eyes burn, and by the time we pick up the product and get it back to where we live, we have headaches too. So we advised him just for 2 weeks, stay away. Stay completely away from that. Let's see what happens. Guess what happened? Symptoms all disappeared. So, you know how sometimes in life things just all come together at once and things turn out good? Well, this is kind of what happened in this process as well. We were concerned, what are we going to do? Wally was concerned, what's he going to do? He has 6 children to raise, and this is what he did. He made outdoor furniture. Around the same time, they found arsenic in treated wood. So we knew treated wood furniture was not going to be an option for him. Of course, that's been remedied today, too. They still have treated wood, but they actually cleared up that issue much sooner than we expected. But again, how everything kind of happens at one time. My brother was in eastern Pennsylvania and found this product called poly lumber. He went, took the crafter and his wife, drove him 6 hours to go meet the distributors of this product. And they decided they wanted to make poly lumber. The very first piece sits on my parents' porch to this day. In the meantime, we had heard that plastic was being used in Yellowstone and was starting to be used for recreational purposes. So he made the glider. We went out to Yellowstone and started to talk to the people who use the product out there in their boardwalks. The boardwalk around Old Faithful is made out of this material. And it turned out to be a good thing for everybody. Of course, he was very hesitant, but he believed this is going to be an opportunity. The crafters in the area all laughed at him, but guess what? He did, and here we go. What we found is that there are fewer steps involved. It was easier on their bodies. It was easier on the equipment, even. And then the other thing is that it was really an environmentally friendly product, which is still to this day. The scraps, nearly all of the scraps are recycled, and you'll see that as we move on here as well. This is a picture of, as I had pointed out, Moses' workshop. This is actually inside his workshop here. This is a diesel line drive that they set up to create the energy to run the saws to cut the material. This is Mose. Mose is Old Order Amish. You will not see his face. You'll only see him probably from about the shoulder down. Old Order Amish, they do not appreciate having their pictures taken. And by the way, always, if you are in Amish country, do ask them. Again, nearly all the scraps are recycled. He's created this system where, as you can see, this scrap goes down below, and it actually goes into great big plastic bags. The plastic bags are then shipped back to the manufacturer or sold to another plastic recycler. And so those are all used again in the process. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. You can see all these bags right here are going to be recycled. It also turned out to be really beneficial for everyone, all the customer as well. This is a material that you can leave outside year-round. Now, how cool is that? Yeah. The other neat thing about it is that it's customizable. We can really create colors for your campground or for your home, your backyard. The furniture is blanket wrapped and shipped. The furniture is UV stabilized. So it says virtually no fading. Actually, I always say limited to no fading. Stainless steel hardware, no rust. Pretty cool too. And then again, all of that equals maintenance-free product. So we gradually incorporated the poly lumber into our business with the wooden furniture, which we sold prior to that. Today, poly lumber's become my baby. It's kind of like when you birth something, you nurture it, you watch it grow. That's what we've been doing for 12 years. It's been a process of love, a process of passion, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, a lot of education involved in it. And my purpose here is to really to find out how we can service or best service the seasonal campground and the RV industry. This is just kind of like a whole new area that we've created. It's taken us about 7 years just to get to this point with the folding. These are some of the pictures that you can see of the pieces that we've created through the years. We're going to go into some of these. You can see how really expression of color is really all about what you want to create. And that's the end of the video.